I have a passion for the ocean, like you have a passion for the ocean.
Let's talk more about the ocean, Minister. It is said that around 38 countries in Africa have the potential of developing their oceans economy. However, we have a lot of challenges because we remain underdeveloped. We don't have the right policies in place. What is in store for Africa when it comes to the oceans economy?
The AU, in fact, in 2016, had a blueprint on the ocean and on maritime security, just to say that there is a very strong commitment of the African Union to ensure that we develop to the maximum our ocean resources. It's there. The SADC, SADC also has done the same thing. So there is at policy level a huge commitment to the ocean. Now your question is good. We may have a commitment. Do we have the means of implementing, of getting this dream to come true? Which dream? That we use in a sustainable way the resources of the ocean to invest, to have inclusive growth, and to create employment. At the end of the day, you know, all of us want this. We want our people to live better, we want our people to have a good job, and want that the ocean at the same time is protected for the future.
There are advantages and disadvantages. When you look at West Africa, for instance, they are battling illegal fishing. When you look at South Africa, we have a vision of creating around 1 million jobs by 2033. How do we get over the challenges that the West Africans have of illegal fishing, and yet trying to realize the advantages that we have of creating the jobs that South Africa has envisioned?
That's true. There's one thing we tend to ignore at times. Fishing means industrial fishing on the bank, but it also means aquaculture. And South Africa is very developed when it comes to production of seafood under control, which is in fact aquaculture. If you combine both, I don't see any reason why the objectives established by the government of nearly 1 million jobs can be achieved. But then we have also to know that at the world level, when you come to financing, to looking for finance, then the level of financing that this would require would imply that South Africa invests more time, much more time, into getting those guys who will invest to get things done. So investment, I think, is a major challenge for you, for us in Mauritius, for everywhere. We need to have our priorities. And that's how we need to proceed.
We also need a strong government buy-in. Africa is known for talking but lack of implementation. It is known for policies that are not conducive for financiers to come on board and finance these initiatives. As a government of Mauritius, what are you doing to encourage private investment?
This image of Africa is behind us. I will tell you that we are probably the last continent on this planet that has got an incredible percentage of young people ready to work and produce. That the continent has got probably the most resources for development. Now the question is, can we do it? This is where probably we have to go beyond what has been taught to us, that we need to depend on Europe to survive, we need to depend on America to survive. Now we are saying, let us learn to stand on our feet. Standing on our feet means what? It means South-South cooperation. It means South-South cooperation, win-win situation. There can be no working together if you win and I lose. So the approach is very simple. The future, for me, as I see it, is that we have a huge opportunity to realize our dreams for the continent and for our country. But then it depends on vision, you're right, and it depends on political commitment.
Let's take a look at how